Hi, I'm Shirley. I'm a volunteer here at Fairfield Medical Center, and I work in the pet therapy area, and this is my registered therapy dog, Max. He's a long-haired German Shepherd.
Hello, I'm Ken. This is my service dog, Bella, and we volunteer here at Fairfield Medical Center. Our area that we volunteer in is Patient Pal, and what that entails is we just go and visit the patients. I visit 3 different floors, and we try to make a difference.
4 years ago, when I was undergoing chemo here at Fairfield Medical Center, a dog team came in to visit. And I just remember sitting there, you know, getting that chemo put in my arm, how comforting it was just to see the dog and pet the dog. So I said, if I beat this cancer, and this was 4 years ago now, I've been cancer-free, this is what I want to do.
Hi, I'm Gabby. I am a volunteer here at FMC. I help once a week in the evening at the North Desk. There's really all kinds of things I do. No evening is like the next.
Hi, I'm Kirsten Marion. I'm a volunteer at the North Information Desk. In addition to being just a normal volunteer, I'm a teen volunteer, which is abnormal nowadays because most teens opt to get a job and earn money, which I chose not to. I chose to give back to my community.
I do feel I make a difference, and I wanted to point out that I volunteer in the evening because I work during the day, and I wasn't sure at first if it's an option to work just a little in the evening, but that was an option, and so I jumped on that. And it reminds me of that quote, which I'll read off to you. It is the greatest of all mistakes to do nothing because you can only do little. Do what you can.
Hi, my name's Jennifer. I'm a hospital volunteer down in the emergency room. This is my husband, Phil.
And I volunteer up in marketing.
Working in the emergency department, we have a very front-facing group down there. Wonderful nurses, wonderful doctors. But I do get the opportunity to meet so many patients from the community, and that's why I love volunteering so much.
Hi, my name is Kathy. I work at the North Information Desk on Monday mornings. A year ago, I had a really great outpatient surgery experience here at Fairfield Medical Center, so I decided I really wanted to try to give back. I came to meet Heidi, and she suggested I go to the North Information Desk. That's where she had the most urgent need.
So when I finished my treatments, I decided I want to be part of that team. I want to give back to other cancer patients who, when they're at their lowest or their weariest, I can be a shoulder for them to lean on.
Hi, my name is Heidi Reed. I'm the volunteer coordinator at Fairfield Medical Center, and I want to share a story with you about how our volunteers make a difference. I was down in the north entrance one evening, and a gentleman walked in and he said, "I'm looking for John." And I didn't know exactly who he was looking for, but a little bit more conversation, and I found out he was looking for John, the volunteer. And so I didn't know who he was talking about, and I let him know John wasn't here right now, but he was stopping in because he wanted to share the news with John that he was cancer-free. I thought maybe he knew John from outside of here and just maybe thought he could catch him at this time, but as I talked to him more, I found out that he just knew John because John was a volunteer and he was a patient receiving treatment for cancer, and John was encouraging him along the way through all of his treatment. And so he wanted to come back in and share that news with John that he was cancer-free. I don't hear those stories every day, but I know that every day our volunteers make a difference in that way. Every day our volunteers are here. They're interacting with patients, visitors, and our staff as well, and they make a difference in our lives every day that they're here. So I invite you to consider to make a difference in that way too. Consider coming and checking out our volunteer opportunities. We'd love to have you as part of our team, part of our family, to make a difference at Fairfield Medical Center for our patients, their families, and our staff.